A Florida mother was just sentenced to life in prison for the murder of her 10-year-old son, whom authorities say suffered unimaginable abuse and neglect. On February 22, 2025, 10-year-old Xavier Williams was brought to the Advent Health Waterman Hospital in Lake County, Florida by his mother, Kimberley Mills, and her boyfriend, Andre Walker. When Xavier arrived to the hospital, he was said to have been in full cardiac arrest with severe bruises and burns at different stages of healing on his body. After almost a month on life support on March 21, 2025, Xavier ended up passing away from the injuries that he sustained in the care of his mother and her partner. Upon an investigation opening up, authorities discovered that Xavier had been restrained with duct tape to a ladder with his hands above his head. A 10-pound dumbbell was then repeatedly dropped onto his torso. Information authorities learned from Xavier's 9-year-old brother, who suffered the same kind of abuse but survived. A search of the residence that Kimberley and Andre lived at with these children yielded a ladder, weights, and duct tape that was used on Xavier and his brother. Investigators also found blood-stained mattresses and evidence of a, quote, hasty cleanup attempt involving sanitary wipes and a mop bucket. It's believed that at some point before Xavier was brought to the hospital or after, Kimberley and Andre attempted to clean up the residence and hide any evidence of abuse. Once Kimberley really started getting interrogated by authorities, she ended up admitting to her actions, but she said that they were punishments for Xavier, who was stealing from gas stations and opening up credit cards in other people's names. Authorities did look into these claims, but they found that they were not true, that this was just an excuse that she was trying to give to minimize her actions. In April of 2025, a grand jury ended up indicting both Kimberley and Andre on charges of first-degree murder and aggravated child abuse. And on January 14, 2026, after previously pleading not guilty, Kimberley ended up taking a plea deal and pleading no contest to first-degree murder in order to not face the DP, which prosecutors did announce they were going for, and instead get life in prison. She was subsequently sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole as a result. Now, Andre, on the other hand, he is still claiming that he is innocent and not guilty in all of this. The state is seeking the DP against him, but he's claiming that he took no part in the abuse against Xavier and that authorities do not have any evidence to suggest that he did. But part of Kimberly's plea deal is that she has to testify against Andre at his trial. So a lot of the evidence against Andre that is going to be shared at his trial is going to come directly from Kimberly herself. He is expected to go to trial at some point in 2026. What do you guys think about all of this? Do you believe that plea deals should be offered to people like this who do horrific things to children? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.